So, this is Shannan Marie, and I'm making this specific video to share something that's so important, and I'm really unsure about how I forgot to mention this before. So, there's a compilation video that I had created where it's pieces of many different videos that's put into one to tell a story. And that story was about the 2014 energy healing that I did at the World Trade Center site. I was guided back then to do what I'm being guided to do now, actually tomorrow, actually today. It's 1 o'clock in the morning on September 11th. I need to go to bed so I can wake up and be fresh to go do my energy healing at the World Trade Center today. But so there's this compilation video that I'm going to be sharing with people today. And for some reason, I don't know how I didn't make sure this was edited into the video, but there was a little part, and basically the video is many pieces of many different videos that's put into one to get an idea of the full experience. So basically, the video starts off with a clip from a video while I'm still in Los Angeles, and I'm saying, hey, it's September 8th, 2014. I'm going to New York tomorrow for a business trip. I'm so excited, but I feel like there's a deeper reason that I'm going. The next day, on September 9th, hey guys, I'm in New York now. I've checked into the hotel. This is my room. This is my suite. I have the training in the morning, but I'm going to go right now to the World Trade Center. I'm being pulled there. I have to go there. I have to go. I've been preparing on the plane energetically. I've been eating light and bringing in divine energy into my body. I know I have to go do something really powerful there. I'm going to go there and I'll be right back and I'll tell you all about it when I get back. So that's what I did. And then when I got back from that experience, I shared everything. And basically what I did, there were many components to what I did, the energy healing, many parts, but mainly what I did was I brought a big column of God's light into the center of where the World Trade Center towers once stood. And I felt tons of heavenly, angelic support around me, around the whole space, even above. Our galactic brothers and sisters were there supporting, holding the space, doing their healing, their energy healing as well. And so I talked all about all of those details. And then at the end, I left on the day that I left. I believe I left September 11th, September 10th. I left September 10th, and I remember just saying, I feel like it was a successful healing that I did. That was a big job. I mean, that was a lot of negativity happened and was created that day. And I'm just like little old me. So how do I know that any of that was effective or that worked? I was just following my intuition and the divine guidances that I was getting, like on a heavenly level. Like nobody was talking to me, telling me, okay, go here, do this, do that. It was all inside, that voice inside, that divine voice of God that lives within all of us. I was listening and going off of that voice, what those directions were. So at the end of it, I'm like, well, it felt like it happened. Like I felt some really powerful stuff happening. But how do I really know if that worked, if it was effective? And I said, God, give me a sign. Please give me a sign. I want to know. Give me like a hard sign. I want to know. I did all that work. Like I got offered to go shopping and go eat really good food with the people that I was working with. but I'd said no to all that. I don't want to go to all these stores. We were planning on going to H&M, and because there's a really huge one in New York. But I said no to all that because I had priorities. I had a mission that I had to complete. And I just knew that in my heart. So by the end of it, I'm like, okay, but how do I know that was real? That really worked? I said, God, give me a sign. So I'm on the plane going home. Okay, I'm in New York still. I'm on the airplane. We're about to taxi and take off to go home to LA. And I said, before all of that, before I was actually on the plane, I remember just saying, God, like, give me a sign. And then, so I'm sitting on the plane, and this is the part that I did not add in that compilation video. How, I really don't know, because I feel like that was really one of the most important aspects of it. I guess looking back for me, that's one of the most important aspects of that video compilation. But in the moment, I mean, all the details were really important, so I can't like get angry at myself or wonder why I do that. It happened. So I'm here telling you. So, okay, so I'm on the plane, about to leave New York to go back home to LA. And I'm sitting back in my seat, and I remember hearing the voice of God say, Shannan, look outside your window. And I always get a window seat. I try to, so I can rest my head and go to sleep. Otherwise, I'm just sitting straight up. I'm like, what? I can't rest. I'm trying to like snuggle up onto something. So, and I always have a blanket or something. So it's so perfect for me to have a window seat. So I was sitting back, like getting cozy, and I heard Shannan, look outside your window. So I look outside the window and I saw nothing. So I sat back. And then I heard again, Shannan, no, look. They didn't say no. But it was the voice of God, the voice of heaven. Shannan, look outside again, but look more to your right. So I'm like, okay, I look, and I look more to my right, and my jaw dropped open. Like my jaw dropped open. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. In the complete darkness of night, pitch black, the whole pitch black. Outside it was night. I mean, there was little lights for the airport, but it can't be too bright, because the people up in the sky, they can't see the little lights, because those are like directing you where to go or not to go. So it was pitch black, with the exception of the little airport lights. And I look out the window and I see this huge column of light in the darkness. And I heard, job well done. Thank you. You asked for a sign. This is what we sent you to New York. This is what we sent you to New York to do. This is what you did. You brought God's light, and it was just a perfect illustration. Thank you. Mission accomplished. Have a safe flight home. So the part that wasn't in the compilation video was, I did say vividly, I told a story about seeing the pillar of light in the darkness before I flew off. But the part where my divine guidance was telling me to look outside, I would have never seen it if I didn't hear Shannan, look out your window twice. Or it could have been 3 times, because I'm like, what? There's nothing. Okay, I don't see anything. Like, looked more to your right, and I looked more to my right, and I got the confirmation that I needed. So that experience built a major level of confidence in the fact that I am familiar with that voice of God that lives within me. And it allowed me to be able to trust it more and thus being able to follow it more. So I'm sharing all of this because I want you to develop that spiritual ability. You may already have that spiritual ability strongly developed, or you may not. And if you seek to, like, if you truly want to have strong spiritual abilities, you can. You can have all that. You can heal like me too. You can. And I want to teach people how to do that. But first, let me just get to sleep. Let me get to the World Trade Center site in the morning. And then I'll be back to tell you more. I'll let you know how it went. I'm so excited about this. So excited. So excited. And like right now, I kind of felt myself being really happy about what I'm here doing. But I also have to remember how awful that was, what happened at the World Trade Center. And I also want to say it wasn't terrorists that did that. It was not terrorists that did that, that flew the planes into the World Trade Center buildings. It was a small faction of our American government, the CIA, that did that, to create this whole storyline, to generate fear, and to have an excuse to go into the Middle Eastern countries and basically rape the planet of her elements and her gems, her treasures, as they do all over the place. And there's something really valuable energetically that's in the Middle East that they're trying. That's what they're really trying to get. But that's definitely a different conversation. And it's really interesting, if you don't believe me when I say that the World Trade Center was not taken down by terrorists. A friend of mine, his stepfather, his job was to go into the World Trade Center buildings and place the bombs in there. Because if you really look into it, you know that there were bombs that went off in all buildings, all 3 buildings, before they ended up falling down. And it wasn't structurally possible for them to crumble and just collapse the way that they did from airplanes hitting. And like, I don't want to get into all of that, but I'm just saying to you, it's really important that you just become aware of the truth of the world that we're living in. And I hate to say it, but it's nasty. It's dark and it's evil and it's nasty. And I've been avoiding this conversation, but I started a beautiful process I shared a beautiful process with my Instagram family in the beginning of this month, on September 2nd, actually, because that was the beginning, the first day of the full first week of September. And it's a month-long purification process is what I am inviting people to join in with me on. And heaven had me in a purification process. I had all my journals and writings but all of that stuff got stolen when someone broke into my car. So I've been doing this. I basically restarted the purification process again publicly with my Instagram friends and family, and it's all about self-awareness, awareness of the world around you, creating a strategy, and integration. So there's 4 aspects. Well, there's 3 aspects: awareness, strategy, and integration. But it's been broken down since there's 4 weeks in a month. The first week is about self-awareness. The second week is about awareness of the world around you. And it's about expanding your awareness to include the truth of all things inside of you. Week 1, expanding your awareness to include the truth of all things around you. Week 2, creating a strategy of purifying yourself. Week 3 and week 4 is integrating. So I should make a separate video about that. That's what I'll do right now, actually. Thank you. All right, I love you. Thank you for listening. So the purpose of this video was to share with you the divine guidance that I received that that prompted me to even look out the window to see that pillar of light. Because you may hear that and be like, how is that confirmation of anything? Like, what does that mean? And I get that. So I'm wanting to give you as many details as I can about it, because that was a vital aspect of that whole situation, that whole experience. That was like the cherry on top. All right, I'm gonna go. Thank you. Love you. Bye.